Donald Trump is mid-rage on social media, and not about a new topic, but there have been new developments. And as a member of the media, I'm particularly worried about this one because one of Donald Trump's grievance categories is that he hates any media that doesn't constantly lick his feet, and he wants to destroy them. Damn the First Amendment, he wants to get rid of them, and he's working on that, particularly with CBS in this case. And so you probably remember for literally months, he was so angry that Kamala Harris had an interview with CBS that was just mediocre. It wasn't terrible, it was just mediocre. And he was so mad about that he kept saying they had saved her in the edit or something like that. And so we're gonna turn to the actual evidence about this, but he's still posting about it saying they defrauded the public by doing something which has never to this extent been seen before. They 100% removed Kamala's horrible election changing answers. Let's pause there. Because I know that historically he's had a very hard time understanding who won elections. Trump, you won that election, okay? You won it. So if it changed the election, I guess she was going to win before they did this.
Yeah, did you
anyway,
change
and also,
the election?
To the never seen before, as we profiled at the time, Donald Trump's interviews and town halls with Fox News were frequently being edited. When he would go off on his old grandpa tangents and say insane and racist things, they'd cut it out. And we know specifically some of what they cut out because they cut it out for the Fox video broadcast, but did not cut out those same things in podcast appearances by the hosts when they put it on their own podcast. So the entire backdrop of this lawsuit against CBS and 60 Minutes is that he was having the same thing done very intentionally by Fox News to actually make him look a little bit less deranged and brain worm ridden. But regardless, we go forward. He's saying this was election interference. It was election fraud. CBS should lose its license. 60 Minutes, the whole staff should be gone. The news show should be terminated. And then he goes on to talk about a political thing, which we will get to. We'll talk about that in a bit. Now, what CBS decided to do is, okay, we're just gonna release the entire thing with no edits to show you that we didn't save Harris or whatever. And so they did that and it proved that. And Fox decided and Trump decided, no, we're just gonna keep saying that they did it. And so Jesse Waters says, wow, we finally got our hands on the raw CBS News interview. They released it. He didn't get his hands, they gave it to him. And it did not disappoint. Okay, so he believes he has identified an example of where they stole the election from the guy who won the election and is president now with this.
We got our hands on the raw footage of Kamala Harris's 60 Minutes interview. Last October, in the heat of the election, Harris, Hail Mary with CBS. But the network was caught deceptively editing this answer. Watch.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening. The Wall Street Journal said that that your administration has repeatedly been blindsided by Netanyahu. And in fact, he has rebuffed just about all of your administration's entreaties.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region. And we're not gonna stop doing that. We're not gonna stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
Oh no, they cut out the bit where she thought for a second and then gave the same answer that was in the final thing. That's the most common normal. We do that every single day with the SOTs that we show in the show. We start the SOT where the point is made. That's what they did. That's what my God. Look, here is a fundamental problem with all of this. They can just lie. They can lie because they know their base doesn't want to know what is true. They want to hear the lie. And we've got that on the Politico thing too. But coming out of this, that first message, Francesca, that we sent, that's what Trump said after they released the full thing. He said they deceptively edited it. They released the full thing. They didn't deceptively edit it. And he comes out of it saying CBS should lose their license. They should not be allowed to be media anymore. They called his bluff, and it doesn't matter. The president of the United States, with his chosen state media of Fox News, are saying that a rival news network should be wiped from the face of the earth by the US government. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with issues like this, right? Is that we have to be squarely attacking, in my opinion, Democrats from the left and not from the right. I don't believe in revoking CBS's news license and this lawsuit and the insanity, and it's over what? An edit of a person that you beat in an election, right? Like that it's nonsensical. But I remember this interview and it sucked. It sucked edited, and it sucked even harder unedited. Let's be real. She had no answer. It was a terrible answer. She should have just lied. She just should have said, that's completely false. We've made a lot of progress with Bibi Netanyahu. We have, revoked 2,000-pound bombs. Lie. I mean, they did do that, but like, just say that you're working on it like you always said. Instead, it revealed the truth, which is they hadn't been doing enough. They were being run circles around by Bibi Netanyahu, who wanted Donald Trump to win instead of her. News just broke now that Bibi gave Donald Trump a golden pager as a present. You know what that means? That's an homage to the thousands of people who were killed and maimed in the pager exploding incident in Lebanon, right? So this is clearly a problem with the Democratic Party and the Biden administration that allowed Bibi to run circles around him, and Kamala's terrible answer, which once again, it doesn't matter that they edited it. It was bad then, it's still bad now. Is just revelatory about why this was a losing issue and why they needed to break with this militarism and just change it up.
Yeah, it's just, again, he has like, if you're Fox News, like what now you tell his lie. Jesse Waters could be like the head of the Department of Energy in a month. Like again, CBS is doing propaganda by cutting out her stumble. Trump has a revolving door where he gives jobs to his state media.
Exactly.
Again. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?